Hey, how's it going, guys? We're going to be talking about all the steps that you can take to get your Florida real estate license. One of the most common questions that people ask me when they come in for a consultation is, how can I get my Florida real estate license? Well, today I'm going to answer that question for you. I'm Jose Mejia. I'm a Florida real estate broker associate with a company called Real Broker over in the Tampa Bay area. And by the time you guys finish watching this video, you should have a pretty clear understanding of what the steps are on getting your real estate license. In addition, when I'm finished with the video, you guys are going to be able to see all the links that I'm referencing, and you can easily find these places of where to go to so that you guys can get started. So what are we waiting on? Let's just go ahead and dive in and get started. The number one thing that you need to do and where you need to start is you need to fill out an application, a state application. And you can really submit the application in two different ways. You can do it online by going to a site called the Department of Business of Professional Regulation website. Again, this link is going to be underneath. The second way you can actually do this is you can download and print the application and then just mail it out. Now, the application fee at the time of this video is running anywhere from $80 to $85. It typically takes about 4 to 6 weeks on the average to process and approve the applications. So make sure that you're very thorough with those applications. If you do need some help, always reach out and let us know, or contact the Florida DPPR and they'll be more than happy to assist. By checking all the items on the application and filling it out and getting it submitted, you're also going to have the ability to check the status of your application by going to the website. Lastly, one of the most important things that you need to do that a lot of people tend to forget is submitting your fingerprints electronically before the application can get approved. So when you fill out the application and you mail it in, what you want to do shortly after is make sure you coordinate a time to do your fingerprints so that they can send that out, and the Florida or the state is processing not just the application but also reviewing the fingerprints. Now, the fingerprints are typically scheduled with a state testing vendor called Pearson VUE. This can be done online, or you can give them a call and you'll see the information below. And all you got to do is coordinate an appointment and set it up and try to figure out which location works best for you. The fingerprinting fee sometimes, again, at the time of this video, is running around $57 to $58. This is something you want to pay at the time that you're doing your finger application, or your fingerprint application. The last thing, the step number 3, is you want to complete the 63-hour licensing course. Yes, it's 63 hours. Now, some companies allow you to do it online, and some places where you may want to go do it in person. I highly recommend that you go in person if you are able to. It allows you to learn a little bit more better in a classroom setting. However, if that's not your preference, there are some options where you can do it online, and I will list some schools for you in this description. Now, last but not least, after you finish your 63-hour licensing course, typically there's an open book pre-exam, right? And you don't have to worry so much about passing, because you have the ability to retake the test. But it is important for you to take it seriously, take it like it is an exam, because essentially you do need to have an approval rating before you can actually take the state exam. And then you can actually move on to that process of scheduling your state exam. And before you can do that, you need to know that the state of Florida must approve your application so that you can actually obtain your license. And then you want to bring your completion slip with you to be able to even start taking the test to begin with. You have to show them proof that you've done all the course, okay? To schedule your exam, you can contact Pearson VUE, the state testing vendor, and they'll usually have different locations throughout the state of Florida, or you can just give them a call and just try to coordinate a test for you. Typically, there is a fee that's paid to Pearson VUE for taking the test. It's usually around $35 to $38, somewhere in that range. If for some reason you failed the exam, you can retake it as many times as possible. But each time you do take it, you're gonna spend the money again for the application fee. So just make sure you're aware of that. Make sure you take it seriously. Make sure you do a lot of pre-studying before the exam. There are some materials that are available for you to do so. That way you can pass it. Now, I'm going to go outside the script a little bit here and give you guys a little bit of a tip. Do prepare as much as you can so that you can pass it the first time around. But if for some reason you're unable to pass it the first time around, don't lose hope. It doesn't mean that you're not going to be a phenomenal real estate agent. I can tell you this right now. When I took the test about 10 years ago, I failed it 3 times, maybe twice, but the third time I passed it. And they do not tell you your score the third time around. They only tell you the scores when you fail it, so that you have an idea if you were close or not. But the most important thing that you need to know is pass the test. It has no indication whether you're going to be a good real estate agent or not. Just focus, get it done, get it squared away, and then get ready to get to work by actually doing the real estate activities. Now, this basically completes the end of the video that I'm doing today for you guys in explaining to you what the steps are to get your real estate license. I do want to thank you guys for taking the time. I do have one last special offer that I want to be able to extend my hand out to you guys. I want to invite you guys to be able to speak to me if you guys have any questions, or more importantly, if you just really want to know what it's like to be a real estate agent, because that's not always all the glamour that you see on HGTV and all things of that nature. If you just want to have a healthy conversation, I'll invite you to go ahead and reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to share with you what it's like and get to know you a little bit better so that we can see if it's going to be a fit for you before you start investing money and time in this process. All right? All my information is going to be listed below. Feel free to reach out. And if you guys do have any questions, I'm here to help. Thanks for taking the time to listen, and we'll talk to you soon.